Good evening, and welcome to Tuesday night's Pageant Land here with myself, Dion John. We have another incredible special guest, and it is Daniella Brant, who is your Miss Petite Global UK. Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I can't believe we are in April. I'm not quite sure where this year is going, but it's fabulous, and it's great to have you on Pageant Land here on Queen's Table. Been very excited to talk to you. When I did look at the calendar, I was like, oh, that's nice. So, yes. I mean, it's a very exciting time for you because you have a very big international competition coming up at the beginning of May the 5th to the 11th. That's right, isn't it? And do you want to tell everyone where it is? It's amazing.
Yes, so the finals will be held in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, from the 5th of May till the 11th of May. And I have been given the huge opportunity of flying out a week earlier. So I can go and explore Kuala Lumpur, I can go and learn about the culture, the beautiful country, and do some charity work and volunteering before I actually go and take place at the finals. So I'm very excited. I'm trying to hide my suitcase and all my shoes and fashion over bag, ready to pack. So yeah, very, very excited about the internationals because I feel like there's not many opportunities that we get here in the UK that go to some amazing places like Malaysia. So feel very grateful and honoured.
Oh, it's amazing. I love the fact that you're hiding your suitcases already. That is preparation. That is it. But I mean, anyone that's done an international will understand exactly. Well, for starters, you do need a lot of luggage. And you have to weigh things down to the T, don't you? It's a lot of preparation, but I know, like from everyone here at Pageant Land and probably the whole pageant community, we're very excited about your wardrobe. Even I comment, like everybody comments about your wardrobe. Your wardrobe's always on point, so we're going to look forward to seeing that. So let's start off with asking you why Miss Petite Global. What made you enter? Tell me a little bit about the system.
Of course. So I have been in the pageant community for just over 10 years now. And I've always been in different systems, just sort of finding my niche. And I think that's very important with the girls entering a pageant system, that they find something that not only resembles them, but also something that they feel they can be their authentic self. As a petite female, 5'6", you have to be 5'6" and under, and I'm 5'4". So I feel like Miss Petite Global was a system that just caught my attention straight away because I knew it'd be somewhere that I can fit in and just feel like myself. I think one of the biggest things that really drawn to me was how important their mission is to help women and support women, to encourage them to empower other women, sorry, and build up their advocacy. So they're all about women in business. They want to push women with their advocacy. They want to see women that have a mission, that have a strong platform, that want to go out there and make a positive impact, not just, nationally in their country, but also globally, internationally. And I think that's something that was really passionate for me because my advocacy isn't just my business. It's, my passion. I do it worldwide as well, especially with the use of social media. So I feel like Miss Petite Global wasn't just a choice. It wasn't just something where I went, oh, I really like the look of that system, I'm going to go for that. It's a system that I've been looking at for the past 2 years, especially since it came to the UK 2 years ago. And Emily was our first queen, and then you had Charlotte last year. And I was just following their journey, and I love the thought of going to Malaysia. I've actually never been outside of Europe. I say that I've been to Egypt, but I feel like that's right on the outskirts. And I thought, what an amazing opportunity that would be, to go out to Malaysia and not only represent the United Kingdom, but also make that positive impact with my advocacy and my business, with a system that really pushes for women to do that.
Yeah, it sounds like the system really aligns with your beliefs, your values, everything that you stand for. So you're definitely going to make an amazing UK representative. And we are very, very excited about what an exciting place to go as well. So do you have to be out there so you're out there a week earlier? And how long does the pageant last?
So the pageant's only 5 days. So the last day is actually is it the 11th? Well, the 10th. Um, so yeah, it starts on the 5th, and that's where we do all of our registration. And then I believe it's the 10th of May is the actual finals, and then the 11th is we leave. So I have the amazing opportunity of flying out there on the 27th of April, and then actually fly back in the evening of the 12th of May. Just so it gives me some time to adjust to the climate change, the culture, learn a little bit more about the country first before I actually go. And I think that's something that's really important, especially for a lot of the pageant girls that are going to a country they've never been before. I think it's really important that they take a few days out in that country first, to learn, about their religion, their culture, also be respectful. I think if you're coming into that country, you need to learn a little bit more about, their ways, and then go from there, really.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And obviously, if people want to keep on top, I have got your Instagram, TikTok, all scrolling across the bottom, so we can all cheer you on from the UK.
Oh,
We can't wait. I mean, you're very good with social media anyway, so I'm looking forward to seeing all the stories, the daily bits and pieces. It's going to be wonderful. Yeah, it's very exciting, isn't it? So your preparations are well under the way. Obviously, you have got suitcases everywhere. But let's go back to talk about your advocacy. So the first thing that you are really well known for doing is empowering women in male-dominated industry. So let's talk a little bit about that.
So as a petite female that works in a very heavily male-dominated industry, I wanted to use my business, my pageant title, my social media as a positive to make a good impact, not only in the community, but just worldwide. So what I do is I travel internationally and nationally around the UK to support different women in schools, different workplaces, and I hold workshops to just have a little bit of a chat with them to help inspire them, but also just to push their dreams to say, you can do this. I am living proof. And then I'm also that bit of support for them. So women are always welcome to drop me a message, to get a bit of guidance on how to deal with certain situations if they are wanting to, if they are already in male dominated fields, because it can be tricky. And I feel like, unfortunately, there's not enough support out there for women that are going into these industries that unfortunately is frowned upon, or there are these stereotypes. And I want to be that person that sits there and breaks that stereotype and says, I am that proof, I can show you. And not only am I doing these workshops, but also showing on social media my impact and how that's making an impact to other women as well, because I think it's important that people show proof of what they're doing and how they are making that impact. And I feel like as Miss Petite Global United Kingdom, I'm able to use my advocacy to push this a little bit further. And then also going over to internationals, I feel like that's just going to be a huge achievement. But not only that, it's going to help a lot of women go, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. And I want people to realize that.
Oh, I absolutely love that. I love women supporting women. It's just such a wonderful thing to do, and especially with that subject as well, because it is really important. And you're right, I don't think I've seen much support out there. So it's so amazing that you are doing this and just traveling around the UK and furthermore, and just putting those support into place. So, as well as doing that incredible thing there, you also support dog shelters worldwide. Tell me a little bit about that. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, so it's something I've always been passionate about. Even before I was a dog trainer running my own business, I visited different charities around the UK, just volunteering my time, helping out. And, who doesn't love going to have a cuddle with some dogs? So it sort of started off there, and my passion grew and grew and grew. And then I started up my own business as a dog trainer. And with this, it followed on with my social media becoming big. And I was like, I want to make a positive impact. What can I do to help encourage this? So my advocacy is all about supporting dog shelters nationally and internationally. I use my social media to promote dogs that are in need of home, and also as well promote the importance of dog training, animal welfare, and how these amazing charities, support all these dog shelters, even if they're just volunteering themselves.
Oh, that's incredible. So, got to ask you. I mean, I'm an animal person. I've got a gigantic cat that probably is like a dog. But do you have dogs yourself? Have you always loved dogs? Has that been your favorite animal, or are you a lover of all animals?
Oh, if I'm completely honest, dogs have always been my absolute heart. I've had snakes, I've had spiders, I've had a chameleon. I think I've had a zoo at some point in my but now I have two dogs. I have a German Shepherd and a Belgian Malinois. So very intense dogs. They need a lot of work. I feel like a lot of the time they're very misunderstood breed in their actual needs and fulfillment as a breed. But they're absolutely amazing. They are the heart of my business. They're my best friends, and I wouldn't be where I am today without their support. They are what makes me a great woman, I think.
Oh, that's amazing. But snakes, though. Did you say snakes?
Boa. Honestly, my mum's face when I brought in this snake, she was not happy. She was like, I think it's something I will never forget. The face that she pulled when I brought in this snake, she was like, "That's going straight."
I think I had a similar thing when I went to see a friend when I was in my late teens, and they just said, "Oh, close your eyes and hold out your hands." And I was like, "Oh, cool! Perhaps they're giving me like a sweet or something." And I opened my eyes, and I had like a little snake in my hand, and I was kind of like, "Ah!" but actually, it was quite cute.
They're really gentle.
Yeah. I did actually like notice that after, but it was just the initial shock of not telling me, and then it was just there on my hand. But that's absolutely incredible. I absolutely love that. So, what's some of your favourite appearances you've done so far on the lead up to internationals, and since you've had your UK title?
So I've had a lot of different appearances, which I've been very grateful for. Um, It's really difficult because there's been so many going on that it's hard to then pick out my favourite one. I've had judging opportunities, which I'm always grateful for. I feel like that's a huge honour for a director to ask me to judge their system. But I think one of my favourite moments was actually when I was a finalist as Miss Petite Global UK. And that was, I was invited to the House of Parliament to discuss about animal welfare and the importance of dogs' health and overbreeding, where it causes a lot of breathing problems for like your Frenchies, your bulldogs. I think that was such a huge opportunity to be invited, to such a well-established part of the United Kingdom, and to speak up about the importance of animal health as a dog trainer and as a pageant girl. It was a true honour. So I'd have to say that was probably one of my favourite because I think it also meant the most. It was a very important appearance, definitely.
That's
Definitely.
absolutely incredible. What an opportunity that is, definitely. So what's going to be your favorite part of internationals, do you think? You're just looking forward to seeing the girls, just kept checking out the culture, or is it just going to be the whole thing? What are you most
Of
looking
course the
forward to?
girls. Of course the girls, because there is nothing quite like going to a pageant and just meeting up with the girls, having fun. The PJ party looks amazing. And I've been in contact with Miss Borneo, who obviously lives in Kuala Lumpur already, and she has been so lovely. She's going to help me out the week I'm there beforehand to show me around. A couple of tips about Kuala Lumpur. I'm going to do some exchange with my country and her country with gifts. So super excited about that. I'm also really excited to go and see some of the dog shelters over there. Also, it is advocacy, but it's something I'm passionate about. Even when I go on holiday, I'm like, I need to go to dog shelters because in every country, shelters are run differently. The dogs are different, depending on the culture, the environment, the conditions, it's all very different. So not only is it great that I'm passionate about this and I can go and view this, equally it's nice that I can go and educate myself because I get so many dogs that come to me that are rescued from different countries. So it also helps my knowledge. I can then spread my education to them and help them out. So I think I'm excited the opportunities that I have before. And also the elephant sanctuary where they rehabilitate the elephants. I am buzzing to that. So, and you've got the Batu Cave that I'm excited to go to. I'm excited to dress up in some, I think it's called songket, the Malaysian traditional wear, which I am so grateful for. And just, you know what? Just go out and have fun. Go and have fun with the girls and experience a country that has been a dream come true from the day I was born, and just represent my country. Represent, represent my country with just pride and honour, to be honest.
Oh, it sounds amazing. Do you know what? You're making me want me to just put me in your suitcase. Put me in your suitcase. You've sold it to me. It sounds amazing. No, I think everything you've said is just go out there and just enjoy every single moment, isn't it? Life can be too short sometimes. And you've got to do it, haven't you? So, but thank you so much for coming on Pageant Land this evening. I literally could talk to you all night. Honestly, you're just amazing. And thank you. And all of us here at Pageant Land wish you all the best of luck. We will be rooting for you and following your journey online.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.